Glenohumeral joint, also known as the shoulder. I prefer to actually call it either the GH, glenohumeral, or the glenohumeral joint. The shoulder is actually the complex of all the bones, so shoulder is too vague a term. If I say the GH joint, I'm specifically talking about this. And right now, if you look at my humerus, I am internally and externally rotating the humerus of my right arm. And swatting flies out of my face. Internal rotation, external rotation. Let's put this in terms that you know about. Americana, Kimura. Okay? Now, we're specifically going to talk about internal rotation with abduction. So if you pretend that there's a line that's chopping me in half going this way, if I'm moving towards that line, it's called adduction. If I'm moving away from that line, it's called abduction. 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 So the movement that we are specifically going to talk about right now is humeral abduction with internal rotation. This position is a submission because what happens is the joint jams up and you get bone-on-bone contact. Here, try this. Get up. Hold your hands like this so that your humerus is externally rotated and you're in an Americana position. From this position, plenty of mobility. Hands can come together over your head. Abduction of the humerus. Externally rotated position, the Americana, right? Now, go to the Kimura and do the same thing. Oh no, go ahead, do it. You can't. That's as far as it goes. Jams up. You get bone-on-bone contact. If it's externally rotated, plenty of room. Internal rotation, it stops moving. It jams up. It jams up. These are bones. Well, actually, they're models of bones. Well, actually, they're Halloween decorations, but close enough for our purposes. This is a shoulder blade or a scapula. This is a humerus. They fit together about like that. We're talking about glenohumeral. This is a humerus. This is called the glenohumeral fossa. So this joint specifically, glenohumeral. Internal rotation with abduction. So if this is how the shoulder fits together, and this is the bicipital groove, which your bicep attaches at below your elbow and here at the Coracoid Process. It's going to hang normally about like that. Now, as we demonstrated before, external rotation of the humerus has plenty of movement. However, internal rotation, that's when this starts happening. Internal rotation of the humerus, this bump right here, the greater tuberosity of the humerus, which is where muscles attached to the deltoid and subscapularis and muscles attached to, and that gives it leverage for the muscle to work. So these bumps are very important. However, internal rotation and abduction, and that bump on the bone starts slamming into other bones and causes impingement, and in the case of a Kimura, actually will very often just work as a lever and just tear the joint apart. So what does that mean? That means there are some exercises that you should never do. One in particular, upright rows. If you do them, stop doing them. Probably the worst exercise ever as far as joint integrity. There's going to be other videos talking about what exercises you should eliminate from your program, but right now I just want you to see what happens with internal rotation and abduction. Hopefully this was interesting at the very least, and maybe even useful. If you like it, subscribe to my channel. If you don't like it, sorry.